Greetings, Leo family members, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is going to be a general reading for Leo family members for the month of September. And the spirit has already been invoked, and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the instructions given to me by my spirit guide. Leo family members, with your permission, may I please begin? You are kind of leading the pack for this time zone as it relates to the zodiac because of this new solar eclipse that just happened in Leo. And so Leo family members, this is a very, very strong time for you. And it seems like these energies are quite real for you. And so let me just talk about them for a few moments and see if it resonates with you. And then we can talk about a private or a personal reading at the end of this video. So Leo family members, some of you are coming from a place where you just got turned down for a job. And so I see that, I have experienced that just like you, and so I know it's not a good feeling. And some of you are wondering what the heck is going on. I've been out there doing it, applying, and all this kind of stuff, and the Spirit is saying this is a time for waiting as it relates to that. In addition, some of you have been waiting to sort of start a family. And for those of you that are desirous of starting a family, the Spirit is showing me two cards confirming that some of you out there are actually very fertile, and this is a very, very good time for you to start a family, those of you that are desirous of starting a family. But the general energy for the same card has to do with waiting. It has to do with the time when you cannot rush ahead of your destiny. I say this quite a bit because I understand what it means to be human. I understand what it means to want things right now. But the Spirit is saying to us constantly that we have to wait for the universe. We have to wait until things are in the right place at the right time. The Spirit wants to bless us. The Spirit wants to give us the good that's better than we can even imagine. But we have to wait a few minutes. Leo family members, this is not the time for a road trip. Some of you are planning a road trip, or some of you might receive an invitation for a road trip. This is not a good time for that for you. Some of you have been waiting for love. Some of you are looking for love. And bless you, love is on its way. Love is coming, a good love. A quality love is coming. And when love does come, the Spirit is saying that this is a good love and you should take the leap of faith. You should take a chance on this love. This is very, very good. Some of you have felt stuck. And that goes back to that energy of waiting. Some of you feel stuck. So waiting is one thing. Being stuck or feeling stuck is the extreme of that. And it's interesting because as the moon is moving through Leo, you know, it seems like the energy will be driving you, pushing you, but nonetheless, you have been waiting. And your waiting is about to turn around, but you're still going to have to finish up the waiting cycle. So it is going to turn around for you, Leo, but you have to finish what is going on in the universe. You have to listen and pay attention. Some of you are in a very, very confused state, and I understand that. And some of you in this confused state because a lot of it has to do with because you're stuck or you feel stuck, but a lot of it has to do with the energy emanating from you. Some of you have to get up and do something. Some of you have to get over it. Some of you have to move forward. And I love you, but I got to tell you the truth. I see the energy laid out in front of me, showing me images from the sacred tarot where you're going to have to get up and make some things happen. And so I see that. I also see where some of you, as I mentioned, have been waiting for love, particularly those of you that are the female energy of Leo. There's a wonderful masculine energy that's emerging in your present. It's around you. It's coming. The energies are right around you. And this masculine energy is a very, very sensitive, intuitive person, and it seems like he's a very, very good, it seems like a good person. So this is very, very good for you. Like I said, if you'd like to come in for a personal reading, I can look through the Spirit and see what the Spirit is saying specifically for you. But overall, there is that very nice masculine energy that's coming for some of you Leo family members. Some of you have gone, or some of you have let your spiritual side or your intuitive side, you've kind of hushed it and shut it down. And the Spirit is saying, really? Well, now is the time for you to listen to it, because it needs to tell you some things. You need to listen to that voice, and that voice that speaks wisdom from the ancestors. Very, very important for Leo family members. Leo family members, while you are moving into the next time frame, in other words, September, as you move into September for the next 6 to 8 weeks, I really want you to pay attention to the way you drive and the way others drive you. There's a card here, and whenever this card shows up in a reading, I take it very, very seriously. Once I did a reading for somebody, and this card taught me a lesson. And this card is indicative of the possibility of an automobile problem. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not a prophet of doom, so that's not my agenda. But I do want you to understand that it's very, very serious for you to follow all traffic rules, Leo family members. Seat belts, stop signs, speed limits. When it's raining, slow down. Think for the other person. Think about the other person that's going to run through the stop sign as well. So Leo family members, that's the energy. In addition to that, I also want you to monitor your temper. Monitor your mouth. Monitor the way you respond to things. Some of you can be very, very quick-tempered and very, very hyper, so to speak. At least others have called you that. And so Leo family members, it's a time for you to slow down. It's a time for you to pay attention and listen. Don't jump ahead of yourself. Some of you have been having some money challenges, and those money challenges have a lot to do with you not having enough data, information, knowledge, training, education. So this is a card that speaks to learning. It's a card that speaks to a necessity for you to gather some more data, more information, more research is needed, Leo family members. And some of you, I'm looking at you from where I'm sitting, and I'm speaking to a few of you, not all of you, but some of you do need to return to school, and some of you are in school, and you need to pay attention to the coursework that you have. If you need extra help, get it. You know, don't find yourself failing and then you feel discouraged. Find yourself getting tutoring. That's what you need to do. And do all you can, because that education is going to benefit you financially. Some of you have not been able to bless yourself as far as taking care of yourself, as far as like treating yourself, and that's a problem. While others of you are being advised very strongly that this is a time for you to really pay attention to that self. I talked about that spiritual self, that inner self. Well, there's a need for a reflection from the inner to the outer, from the outer to the inner. There's a need for a connection. And so this whole thing, this whole image of you, this whole being of you has been suffering for whatever reason. So you need to get back on it, Leo family members, and you need to pay attention to the me for a few minutes. Doesn't mean that you're going to be against working with others and against the we, but this is a time for you to really get into yourself for a few minutes and get that focus together. The Spirit is showing me, Leo family members, you're going to come to a place of wholeness. And once again, this whole thing about paying attention to yourself, getting into your inner core, your inner being, that's where that wholeness is going to come from. And that's what's going to make you feel abundant and make you feel healthy. And then what will happen is when you are healthy, psychologically, physically, and spiritually, you'll be able to embrace the energies that are happening in your sign for the next 6 months. You'll be able to embrace those energies and ride that wind. But you're going to have to pay attention to it. And you are going to come to a place, some of you are going to do quite nicely with coming to a place of turnaround. Some of you have taken a hit. Some of you taking a loss. Some of you are kind of like feeling a rock and roll type of thing. Some of you are really kind of topsy-turvy. And the Spirit is saying, we get it and we acknowledge it. And we want you to not go backwards in your evolution. Don't go backwards looking for something that you lost, looking for someone that you lost. Don't do that. This is not the time. This is a forward moving energy. So spread your wings and let the wind come under your wings and let it just take you. Let's move it, Leo family members. Leo family members, the Spirit is showing me conflict. But it's showing me you rising above the conflict, which is very, very good. In addition, I also see a card that the Spirit has laid out indicating a new you is getting ready to happen. And it's beautiful how the cards are laid out. I love what I do. So I really am grateful to the Spirit for showing me these two cards together. I love the story that the Sacred Tarot tells. The story that I'm looking at for Leo has a lot to do with a new you. And it has to do with the new you because the old you is dying. The old you is gone. There's a new Leo emerging. There's a new, fresh, vibrant, healthy you. In fact, I see for some of you, I see even a change in your appearance. Very, very nice. I see some of you have decided to cut your hair. Very, very nice, Leo. It's a very cute little haircut. Very, very nice. I see some of you holding on to money. And that's very, very good. And I see this as a holding on in a sense of a financial planning. Very, very good friend of mine has me working on my own financial plan. And I could see that for Leo family members, this is a good energy for you to embrace as well. Some of you are, as I said, you may have been looking for a masculine energy, and that masculine energy, very sexy fellow, is emerging in your future, not far away. I would say 4 to 6 weeks for some of you. In addition, some of you have been working out in the gym, that masculine energy, Leo. You've been working out in the gym and you're looking rather, rather hot. Very, very good. And so congratulations on working on your health. And you need to be encouraged that the Spirit is saying, and it is working for you. Very, very good job. And some of you, although you feel that your guardian angels, some of you feel like, wow, the universe has turned its back on me. No, it has not. The universe wants you to get those plans together for your future. I have been talking to many clients over the last couple of days, and a lot of the energy that I'm sharing with them has to do with you writing a list. Putting something in a journal, getting yourself a 99-cent composition notebook and writing what you want the universe to bless you with. And that's important that you get a crisp and clear and concise image about what you want for your future. And when you do that, the universe is going to open up some doors for you, Leo family members. And I do see some of you coming to a place, a grand place of celebration. Congratulations, I love a party. Leo, you get ready to have a grand celebration of events. You do need to take control. Some of you, again, I see that again in some other space in your reading. The need for you to gain that self-control, that self, has a lot to do with you taking control of yourself, loving yourself. Spend some time alone, but not lonely. Some of you are going to come to a place of mastery on your job. Very, very good. Congratulations. Some of you have been struggling with that, but you finally got it. There you go. Way to go. Leo family members, some of you have been going through some ups and downs, and the Spirit wants you to know that you're getting ready to come to a time of pause and a time of peace. Leo family members, I hope that this reading has shed a light in a dark corner of your life and given you some truth and some encouragement, and more important than those things, confirmation, so that you are actually in touch with the universe and you're sensing what I'm saying, and you know that what I'm saying is true because you've been feeling it. And so, Leo family members, those of you that would like to book a personal reading, this is an excellent time to get on board with a personal reading and get those energies aligned with the universe. Please reach out to me at onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. That's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. Leo family members, I'm looking forward and loving forward to giving you a private reading. Please reach out to me. Thank you so much.